All right. So yes,
I would
seems
do
like
it myself, but I don't want to.
aye, Captain. I will round up the Prince and Thargan, and we will discuss Earth.
Look, we're all counting on
Jimmy nods. Smash cut to wherever wherever you are, Prince.
I am currently having a deep conversation with the cook. They're called Riala fruit. Ricala fruit. It grows in special hydroponic farms. All I want is for you to requisition 3 of them. That is all I require.
So like Ricala fruit. Yeah, I try, and you know that Captain's got Jimmy doing most of the cooking these days.
Jimmy would be able to obtain it, Prince. He's quite capable.
Indeed.
So from behind you, you know, it's, oh, well, thanks, Thargan. That's awfully nice of you to say.
I think you might even see Thargan tense up a little. Like he was caught off guard.
The prince spins around, but gracefully. It's really, on a human, it would be a whirl. But because it's a prince, he gracefully spins, flowing cloth all about. And Jimmy.
Ah, yes. Captain wants me to talk to you and Thargan about life on Earth.
I have a question first.
Okay.
What are you, Jimmy?
Jimmy looks kind of confused, like, well, I'm Jimmy. I'm member of the crew?
No, Jimmy. No, what I mean is, what are you?
His brow kind of furrows, like, the ship's purser and cook?
I smile. Of course you are. And an extraordinary purser and cook you are. So what is it that the captain wished us to know about Earth?
Well, he wasn't overly specific, but I think, since you guys haven't spent much time on Earth itself, kind of points there that we don't really carry weapons around like that.
Of course, they must be concealed.
I look at the axe.
Yeah, even concealing them, we don't really do that on Earth. I mean, like the cops and whatnot, they've got they've got their billy clubs and the whistles, and sometimes they've got guns, but most people don't just walk around with weapons.
Well, we are hardly most people.
Well, of course, but
Jimmy,
there are laws against some things, such things, depending on where we land.
Certainly, I will enjoy my diplomatic immunity, of course.
I would imagine so.
In which case, we would be allowed to see to our specific safety, given that there are factions on planet Earth who would, in fact, harm us were it made common knowledge of our specific location.
Well, it could work as reasoning, but that means you can only really use weapons in defense, though.
I will defend the prince from dying in any way needed. Sometimes that does require striking someone down before they strike.
I think the captain's more worried about like an incident like what you did to that poor Nazi scientist.
You have empathy for the poor Nazi scientist.
Well, not so much empathy, but people don't, carve up prisoners. That's kind of what they do.
Precisely. I still do not understand why you humans do not know how to properly fight a war. However, the captain has made his feelings about properly fighting wars patently clear. Perhaps if enough people die, he will learn. In any case, my point and your point has been clearly made. We are not to proactively kill anyone whom we deem a threat. We are to defensively kill anyone we deem a threat.
Hopefully, it won't come to that. Most places on Earth are pretty safe. I mean, not like we're going to land in Germany or something like that.
Wait, you can actually have direct access to the capital of the people whom you do not wish me to harm. Yet
I don't know. We have direct access. They're pretty restrictive about who lands there. We probably get shot down before we got anywhere near it.
Why hasn't someone thrown a chunk of a planet at that place yet?
Well, I don't know.
Drop me off outside the border. I'll handle it.
No, Thagen. Alas, that would be unwise.
Jimmy, what if my my Hemax is declared ceremonial? Then it would be of no threat.
It is utilized in many ceremonies.
Well, some paperwork to fill out for that, but that could work.
There's no law that says ceremonial weapons cannot be functional.
True, I don't think so.
All right, then.
I guess I could clean it up.
Yeah, you might want to clean the blood off that. That's going to make people nervous. You don't want them to get the wrong idea.
I have noticed that.
Got to remember, most people on Earth haven't seen a Martian up close. See him on pictures and whatnot. But
we'll be glad to represent.
It is curious that virtually every Martian has seen at least one or two humans.
You guys don't travel much to Earth.
Prince, doesn't this mean we will be establishing first contact with many Earthlings?
Yes, I suppose we could take this opportunity to establish first contact with many Earthlings. Let's do that.
William totally knows this doesn't really fit first contact protocol.
Thank you so much, Jimmy. You have provided excellent parameters for expected behavior. Let's see if I understand correctly. We shall not murder without provocation. We shall not kill without provocation. We shall not proactively kill anyone who we deem a threat. We must allow them to demonstrate that they are in fact a threat before we kill them. Is that correct?
Yeah.
They must strike me first before I can strike them down.
We can work with these parameters.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to kill everyone, too. I mean, you could, just wound them. Knock them out of commission, let the authorities take them into custody.
Why would you leave an enemy alive?
To wound a warrior is dishonorable. And let them live?
And then they'd go back shamed and ostracized by their families for being incompetent in battle? We would not
much more respect for my enemies than that.
They'd probably be in prison, actually. That's usually where you end up when you break the law.
Oh, even greater shame then. No, we shall spare them that.
It's a mercy.
It's something to consider. I mean, it's okay. We do have a criminal justice system on Earth.
Don't you just execute your criminals?
Oh gosh, no. I mean, you got the death penalty for things like murder and whatnot, but
you execute some of your criminals.
Well, depending on where you are.
Humans are so confusing. They're inconsistent. It's no wonder you humans don't know your own rules. It's so odd. Very well then. Well, we will choose consistency. It's better to actually have laws that are very obvious and direct, with no inherent oddity. Yes, we will simply kill them in the event that they are a threat to us. In the event that they have actually initiated first hostile contact.
Well, okay.
I can almost see the resignment on Jimmy's face of this is the best he's probably going to get. These Martians.
No, I can't wait till he goes back and tells the captain exactly what we said. They said that they are not going to kill anyone unless they are threatened first. They are not going to kill anyone unless they demonstrate hostile intent first. They are not going to kill anyone unless... Yes, it's going to be glorious.
Soldier's like, is there anything else you need?
Oh, I was wondering. So you have these things, the choosing blade. Wait, the choosing blade, the choosing blade, choosing blades, choosing blades. The indecisive blades? The blades of indecision. The blades of indecision. Yes, I require a blade of indecision.
Blade of indecision?
It is, that is what it's called. It's, wait, I'm using the wrong word. I'm using the wrong word. To switch. Blade of alternate choice. No. The blade of switching. I require a blade of switching.
Oh, you want a switchblade.
That is what it is. I do not understand why you call it a blade. Why would you give it such a curiously indecisive name? But I require this.
More of a dining utensil, not a blade.
Thug.
Oh, not everyone runs around in armor like you are, Thargan. It's pretty effective against, you know.
Sorry, yes, I apologize. I did not mean to insult your weaponry.
I shall require a gross of them.
That's a lot of switchblades.
It is. I thought they were larger. How big are these things? This big? Yes. Yeah.
Just kind of like, switchblades about like that. Then longer when the blade flips out.
It fits in their pockets.
It's a knife that you push a button and the blade pops out.
Oh no, these will probably not meet the need. I was sending back souvenirs, but no, these will not make adequate souvenirs. Well, they are highly decorative. We will put them on the walls. Yes, a gross. Yes, thank you.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I was contemplating small atomic devices, but we can get those elsewhere.
Here's my gross of souvenir switchblades.
and an atomic device.
So we smash cut from there to where are you at, Captain?
Probably up in the cockpit.
So we smash cut to the bridge there, where Captain is. Presume Cora, you're up there too, flying the ship.
Somebody's got to.
Jimmy appears on the bridge. Well, Captain, I talked to the Prince and Thargan.
Yep.
Well, they're not going to kill anyone unless they're trying to kill them first. That's about the best I could do.
That sounds about right with them.
And I tried to explain to them they could just leave them alive and let them be arrested and go to prison, but something about that's too shameful, and they will spare them from that shame.
They are weird.
Also, the prince has put in a request for a gross of switchblades.
Breaks out laughing. He's just sitting there with that look on his face like, oh my God. Why do they need a switchblades?
I'm not entirely certain. He seemed to think they were something else, and then put in the request anyway, something about for decorative purposes and putting them up on walls. I don't think he meant our walls, though.
Oh, Lord. That's so bizarre.
No. No. No.
Just no.
Hey,
You got it, Captain.
Trying to be nice. Let him see Earth. Let him experience it.
Bryce,
Yeah.
this actually just happens to come through as a requisition. It was never verbalized.
Oh, and also, the prince wants 5 Tommy guns. Put that request in writing.
What?
No.
No.
A piece of paper.
No. 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 They have not to have anything that can be weaponed. That can be construed as a weapon.
So they can't have weapons.
No.
No.
Does that include their current weapons?
I prefer they would keep them on the ship.
I don't think they're going to do that, Captain.
Okay, I'm going down to talk to them.
Okay. They have my sympathies, I think. Yes, they have my sympathies.
I am feeding Thargan butterscotch.
He walks in and he's like,
Open.
Is this a ritual thing, or is this just...
No, it's not a ritual thing. It's
Okay.
me. I'm testing something.
Oh, okay, okay.
Open. I feed it to him. Swallow. Open. Swallow. Thargan, I know
He's not chewing it either.
Yes, I know, Thargan, it is vile. I do not understand the need for something that tastes like this, but we may be able to make a chemical weapon of this yet. Open.
I live to serve.
Oh, Captain. I dump more into his mouth. What can I do for you, Captain?
I'm just going to say it. You're not getting your switchblades. You're not getting your Tommy guns. No weapons on Earth.
I see. Then I will need 457 teddy bears.
My book says he's going to smuggle the switchblades.
No reading ahead.
We're going to make this delivery, and we're going to leave.
What? Captain?
No bears, no switchblades,
No
teddy guns.
Captain.
You don't need them.
I feel that perhaps now you're simply being unreasonable.
Can we take a small child?
take that back. You have
You
this.
hand them to the most vulnerable of your population. Your nearly unborn children have these things. Clearly, I can have teddy bears.
No.
What could I possibly do with teddy bears?
Hide switchblades at them.
Oh,
They are small enough, sir.
dear, you know, I honestly hadn't thought of that. But now that you've now that you brought it to my attention,
Can we take a small warrior child?
how about one small warrior child and
I
some
could train them in proper fighting.
and some gene editing equipment? It's not a weapon.
Well, when I'm done with the child, he will be.
God.
I just look over at Doug and like, what the hell is wrong with you?
It's a curious thing. You go out of your way to create a caste system, and then you toss it away. Then you get uncomfortable when we suggest that perhaps you actually have one. There's an entire nation on your planet that uses a caste system to relatively decent effect. By Martian standards, it could use some work. However, clearly the rest of you have not figured out that this could actually be very beneficial for establishing clear, definite roles that each person within your society is to occupy. This is why you are having all of this cacophony of problems. Your Nazis would be firmly entrenched as your proper warriors, and they would be under your firm control. But no, which leaves them now to run off, run amok, trying to find wars to fight just because they're bored. And you won't let me properly kill them.
We are not going to Germany. We're going to the U.S.
What if we sent something ahead of us instead of going to Germany? We sent something to Germany. Just send something. Fine. I see the no forming in your brain. You forget. I'm telepathic. All right. Well, this has not been fun. Thank you, Captain. You've refused me yet again. Thog,
And walk away.
as you're walking away, go, Thoggin, do we know anyone on their coastal areas where they have those things they call ships? Perhaps we can. Yes.
I could check our list.
Check our lists. Things must happen. I love that I think that the captain and I are coming to an understanding.
I think so. You're quite diplomatic, sir.
That's what it feels like.
I still feel that he deserves a reward. I mean, he's an exceptional human as humans go. Oh, yes. One more thing, Thoggin. I walk over to the ship's intercom. Click.
What did you drop?
I'm going to annoy the captain. Click. This is Prince Astyanax of Mars. And it is my great honor this date to provide for Thoggin a commendation for violence most excellent against the enemy. He is unflappable. His strength is unquestionable. His might terrifying before those who flee before us. With Thoggin in our midst, we cannot fail. Click. That is all. Click. I take off one of my own jewels. Here, take that. Put it on you somewhere.
Thank you, Prince. You honor me.
Yes, I do. Now, let us go. We have planning. He sweeps dramatically down the hall.
Follow after, trying to find a place to pin the jewel somewhere.
It's like an emerald. So it's just, It's a round
Oh,
cut.
there's no mounting. It's just a.
There's no mounting. It's just an emerald with on a small chain. Actually, it's mounted on like a chain, on a metal backing. It's around. It's, you know.
Find a place.
You just find a place to kind of hang it. All right. The captain will not give him a commendation. I shall.
And he walked all the way to the bridge, and what's wrong with these people? I wonder they are fighting in their.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. low rainstorm forming over the captain's head.
Those two came along.
I don't get it. What is going on?
Yep.
So after that bit of fun, unless there's anything else we want to do, we will advance time a bit. Earth is getting large in the window, the way that it does. The cargo that you have, they wanted it delivered to to MIT there in Massachusetts.
All right, to MIT we go.
All right. A lot of traffic around Earth, but really, and unless you guys are doing anything out of the ordinary, actually,
No.
Let's mix up a little bit here, shall we?
Trying not to lose my mind.
You know, let's engage some mechanics here.
What?
I know it's weird, right? I'm actually
It's so old school.
I know, just calling for rolls all the time. I know, just bad like that.
I mean, we're only like an hour in. I mean, come on. Jeez. Slow it down, Bryce. Slow it down.
All right. Let's see. So Cora, person flying the Solar Star. Give me, it's going to be awareness and technology.
Bugger. Oh, actually, 12.
Not bad. Interesting.
Yeah. No, I know that was here. Actually.
So, routine, going in for approaching Earth, and it's not they get various clearances from landing and whatnot, but it's not like you guys are trying to land someplace exotic. You guys are, registered transport. Looking at an American, looking at an American spaceport there. So it's, they're on Earth. So that's not a lot to it. So it's, mostly just making sure you don't inadvertently, crash into something and whatnot there. There is a much larger freighter. Looks like it's on approach to it's kind of ahead of you in the pattern, essentially on approach to Earth, and it kind of blinks in for a second before disappearing once again from your scope. But you pick up a much smaller craft. Looks like it's trying to hide in the shadow of this freighter.
No, it's just a smaller craft. It's not like a shuttle or anything.
You didn't get a good enough view of it on the scanner before it got itself back into line. You just know that it's right now. You just know that it's there, and you can move in to make a visual inspection to see what you can see. But then it might, whatever it's there, might get spooked depending on how well you how well your piloting role goes. But in terms of the scanners, no, you just know that there's a smaller craft of indeterminate type hiding in this, trying to hide in this freighter's wake.
Let's try and move a little closer.
All right. Oops, that's the wrong thing to click. So that's gonna be. Yeah, you're gonna give me coordination and transport, and your +2 bonus for Rocket Woman, and the +2 bonus for Solar Star being agile.
All right. What about keen senses?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that in there. What was that?
21.
21. Gotta love a good dice roll. Yeah. Go. Let's see. One of those. See how well they are doing here. Well, rolling like that isn't going to do them much good.
Hey, Bryson.
I didn't completely price it, but it's not going to stand up to. It's certainly not going to. It's certainly not going to stand up to a certainly not going to stand up to a 21 there. So yeah, you're able to get in a bit closer. It's smaller than the Solar Star. You make it out to let's see. Yeah, it's not a rocket fighter. Yeah, because you guys are a scout class vessel. This is almost on the lines of someone's kind of It's kind of it's more than a shuttle. It looks more like someone's like pleasure cruiser kind of yacht, kind of medium range yacht that you'd use to take kind of leisurely cruises around the solar system. It doesn't really bear any doesn't not like it's waving any kind of markings of any military or anything like that. It's also not broadcasting any of the required beacons or anything like that. And since you rolled a 21, you do notice that there is some scarring along the port side that could be a blaster fire of some sort, like the result of it.
So there's no identifying marks other than the blaster scoring on the sign.
You get that you see the name on it. It's the Emerald Queen.
Hmm. Am I able to see the name on the cruiser? The cruiser.
The freighter that it's following is an American flagged freighter. It is called. Jim looks at his notes and attempts to read his handwriting. It's called the Jericho.
Bring the walls down.
It's mostly just a bulk cargo, bulk cargo freighter, not unlike what you guys rendezvoused with to take cargo, to pick up cargo to take out to the research colony a while back.
And the question is, do I alert port control or do I alert the freighter? Let's go with the freighter first.
All right. So you get you hail the freighter. It's like Captain Benson of the Jericho. Gonna do for you.
Hey, Captain. This is Corin, the pilot of the Solar Star. I was just wondering if you realized that you had a leech.
No, we did not. What seems to be trying to hang out around us here?
No, there's a little. It's kind of a medium range yacht, I guess, kind of lurking in your shadow there. I don't know which side did you say it was on, Bryce? Port or starboard?
It's on the port side of the freighter there.
On your port side.
I wonder what the hell they're doing out there. And haven't made any move to try and board us or anything like that. I don't think the yacht have even the equipment for that, but
it's called the Emerald Queen. Does that ring any bells?
Let's see. Let me roll. Captain kind of pauses for a minute. It doesn't ring any bells in regard to what we're doing. Seems like that name rings a bell, like belonged to some businessman on Earth or something like that. I think.
Wonder why they're trying to hide in your shadow then.
I don't know that. I remember him launching it to some fanfare not too long ago, but And don't know why I'd be hanging out in my shadow. I can move here and try and shake him out of that. Don't want anything hiding in there. We'd go for re-entry here.
Yeah. Do you want me to alert control?
Yeah, you're the one that's got eyes on, if you would.
Sure. Not a problem. Consider it done.
Well, thank you kindly.
Sure thing.
Oh, so the dice roll. All right, so the freighter makes a sudden evasive move that the yacht can't match, and so for a brief moment the yacht is exposed, and then it does the equivalent of kicking in the afterburners and brakes hard for Earth itself. It's making for the surface at a very high rate of speed.
Interesting. She hails the freighter again, lets them know he's scared him off.
Well, that's a relief.
Not sure what that was about, but I'll let port control know.
Well, hopefully they can sort it out. I don't know what the hell's going on. Damn fool to be following them. Small ship like that be following in our wake.
Right. It's a good way to get toasted.
Indeed.
All right. Well, if we see anything else, we'll let you know.
I appreciate it.
So as soon as I get done with him, she'll call port control and let them know. Pitch that hurts.
Port control gets on the gets on the line there. So, yeah, we just picked up an unidentified vessel. It's not responding to any of our radio calls.
Oh, that might be the Emerald Queen.
Kind of like, you sure about that?
Well, I just saw it hiding in the shadow of a large freighter, and as soon as the freighter made an evasive move, it took off towards the planet. A high rate of speed.
You hear them kind of an uptick in activities. Like, well, okay, we will scramble something to get up and see what's going on with that.
Alrighty.
Let's see something here. Interesting. From your vantage point, Cora, this ship is rocketing towards Earth at a high rate of speed. Looking at these scanners, it doesn't look like the fighters are going to be able to intercept it in time. It doesn't appear to be actually heading for any kind of a spaceport. It's actually looking like it is on a collision course with a point on the ground. Looks like it's in central Kansas, as a matter of fact.
Port control, I don't think your freighter's going to be able to intercept that. I think it's on a collision course for central Kansas.
Kansas? What the hell's in Kansas?
Ask myself that question every day.
So you're like, well, are you in a position where you could intercept, get there before our fighters do?
I probably could, yeah.
Well, be much obliged if we could figure out what's going on with that.
See what we can do.
We appreciate it. Be safe.
Hey, Captain, we're making a slight detour.
Where are we going?
Kansas.
Why?
Why?
Let's just say I have a strong urge to visit Dorothy Gale and her dog.
Very funny, Cora. What's the real reason?
Port Control asks us to intercept.
Okay, I understood.
All right, so we're going to move to intercept.
Darkin is getting suddenly excited. He in his cabin. He doesn't know why though.
Well, I will say,
Sometimes.
you know, you guys have been on the ship for a while now, and you're familiar with the sounds of the engine. You know, coming in for a landing, normal flight, whatnot. All of a sudden, you can guys kind of feel that the throttle gets, almost like someone slammed on the gas pedal there.
Okay, Thargan is heading towards the cockpit.
Cora comes over the intercom and says, "Hey, everybody, throw your seatbelts on. We're doing a crash course."
What are we crashing towards?
Okay.
Yeah, I think Targan's at the door of the cockpit. What are we crashing towards? Were you in pursuit of something? Might there be fighter boarding?
Got a runaway ship. Port Control asks us to intercept.
Yes, I'll get my X ready. Runs off.
All right, Cora, give me another coordination. The piloting role. All of the various
21 again. Lucky number. Let's go over to the casino when we get done, huh?
Right? I need to roll my dice, please.
So you don't understand these dice. Fine. Good. So you hit the turbo, punch the turbo boost there, and will the Solar Star into action. And with the fighter still too far away, you are able to overtake the Emerald Queen with ease. It does not appear to be letting up. Data seems to indicate that it is approaching or on a collision course with downtown Hutcherson, Kansas. It's not a very big town at all, and while the yacht is not very large, it will do a significant amount of damage should it happen to crash into it.
Mm-hmm. Don't know if anything on there's gonna. Oh.
Let's see. Well,
Not really any way we can nudge it out of the way, can we?
yeah, you guys are a bigger and more armored ship. You could most definitely alter its course with your uh, uh, with the frame of the solar star there.
Not any way we can slow it.
What was that?
Not any way we can slow it down either, is there?
You know, there's always something like that on these ships, right? There might not be anything on there, but sure, you guys have grapples of some sort.
Hey, Jimmy,
Yes, Cora.
need you to man the grappling hooks.
You got it.
It'd be my distinct pleasure.
Here, Jimmy. I am got the grappling hooks are armed and ready, Cora.
Awesome, thank you. Hold,
What was that?
just hold on. I'll give you the signal in a minute.
There's I speak to Thagen. Thagen, what is happening?
We are in pursuit of an enemy vessel and plan to board and possibly get to attack people. Should they attack me first? So I feel that I must be most aggressive to instigate them to try to hit me first. I am getting prepared.
Of course, Thagen. Continue.
Thank you. I see.
The prince goes back to what he was doing. He was meditating.
Thargan sees through rage-colored glasses.
All right, so yes, you see on your board there that the grappling hooks are armed and ready there, Cora.
All right, let's slow this sucker down a little bit. Or nudge it out of the way or something. Or both.
All right, so Jimmy fires the grappling hooks and expertly latches on to the Emerald Queen. With your earlier piloting roll, you are able to get a hold of it. You are also much faster than it as well. So your engines are more powerful. So while it is certainly straining against your pole, you are able to it's one of those kind of near miss kind of a things almost. Kind of buzz the town of Hutcherson there. To everyone else, the ship kind of moans and groans, and you hear a lot of popping and whatnot there.
Carefully slow our ship down so it reduces the.
Yeah. After the engine on the Emerald Queen kind of cuts out, looks like it must have run out of fuel.
Great.
You do this. Oh, looks like we got her.
Excellent. Thanks, Jimmy.
I think Thargan shows up at the cockpit. Have we latched on, ready to board yet?
We're not boarding, Thargan, not yet.
But we're
But
not?
you said.
Oh, okay. Shoulder sagging. Walks off. Fine.
So we're gonna slow down the solar star enough to keep the Emerald Queen from gaining momentum.
Yeah, I mean, Solar Star is certainly kind of groaning under the exertion, but seems to be handling it. The fighters from Port Control finally arrive.
Jeez, where you guys been? I did your job for you. Hi.
Port Control comes over the over your radio there to status report, Solar Star.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Status report, Solar Star.
Well, we were able to get it to slow down. The engines cut out just as we attached the grappling hooks, so they might have run out of fuel.
Well, that's certainly a relief. Looks like our fighters are on station now. If you want to put the Emerald Queen down and defeat one of them, there's plenty of fields there near your location. We'll get our personnel on site and see what happened.
Radio. We'll get her down there, and you can open her up.
No.
Uh-oh, did we freeze?
No.
No.
Sorry, totally unrelated.
Oh, that's cool. Got my face ripped off. That's pretty cool.
William went Bob for a bit.
Oh, that was better.
Yeah. I'm a poor substitute, but you know.
We all have to pitch in these trying times.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so you guys are able to drop the emerald, gently set the Emerald Queen down in the field, and Jimmy unlatches the grappling hooks.
Sargon is standing at the hatch door, ready to go out, just in case they ever give them permission.
Cora shuts down the solar star. She goes to the hatch and sees Sargon standing there. She goes, we're going to let the fighters go in first. Port Control. Then if anybody needs to be taken out, we'll let you in.
Fine.
I know you're disappointed. Sorry.
Walks off. Would scuff his boot to kick a rock or something if there was one.
Sure.
You see the princess sitting off to one side as you come back on. He's reading something. So, no storming the other ship, Thargan?
No, they want to make me wait for the humans to look at it.
Yes, Thargan. Perhaps you'll get to kill something tomorrow. We will be on Earth after all.
No, I have to wait for something to hit me first.
You know, Sargon, since you were at the hatch, give me a what?
Give me a hatch roll.
Give me awareness and ingenuity.
Oh crap! Okay. Yeah. I really want to see this, so I'm going to spend a story point.
Fair enough.
Those are very low rolls for me. Oh wow! I rolled off the charts here. Okay. 25.
Wow.
Oh shit!
Holy crap.
I rolled like 2 6s and a 5.
Nice.
So you're there, right?
I'm really eager to watch.
You're primed to go out there and fight and hit something.
Yes.
But Cora's telling you we're not going out. You see this ship's kind of sitting in a field. These fighters land. But then beyond that, kind of in the background of that, since you rolled a 25, you see, you believe that the humans refer to it as a parachute.
Descending or already on the ground?
On the ground, but it looks like there's a man there. Since you rolled a 25.
Yeah. Captain, this is Sargon. I have noticed a parachute. The giant sheets you humans use when you fall from the sky.
Yes, parachute. Very good.
Okay. Past the landed vessel, there seems to be an individual there. I get a sense he may be dangerous. Would you like me to lend some aid to your port control people? It could mean their life or not.
They have not noticed this parachute. They are very focused on this. Yes. You're the only person who seems to have seen this.
They seem to be oblivious to the pending danger that's coming upon them and are defenseless at the moment. But I could wait and allow them to be slaughtered first if that's your wish. I don't even know if notice the man has a weapon or not, but that's the way Thargan is trying to get out.
You notify port control. It looks like someone ejected from the ship, and if they wish us to capture.
You like that word capture.
I grab my gun. Thargan, I'll meet you down there.
Oh, yes, Captain. Of course. Prince, I may have to go out to lend some tactical aid.
I think I shall assist.
As you wish.
It is boring on the ship, and I've read all of my books. So, anyway,
We apparently landed in Kansas.
Kansas? What's in Kansas?
It is a very top secret location. No one on Earth discusses it at all. They avoid the topic completely. So it must have some very vital information stored here.
Exactly. We will learn of this vital information. I followed Thargan out of the airlock. I look around.
You guys find yourself in the fields of Kansas.
We're literally in a field in Kansas.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
They got a couple of rocket fighters there. There's the Emerald Queen yacht, which is kind of a smaller, thin rocket ship kind of sitting there.
We all kind of drop here till we can see the person running. That right there. Is that what we're chasing?
Yes.
I am going to do a telepathy. I have to spend a story point for that.
All right.
I think I have to spend story points whenever I do psychic stuff, right?
A lot of them seem to. It depends on what it says in the but it does seem like a lot of them. It does seem like a lot of them do have the kind of a way to limit there a little bit there. But yeah, let me find telepathy here. And let's see. Telepathy. To use telepathy, character must spend a story point.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Then communicate with another mind, telepath, project their thoughts to another's mind over some distance. You can tell, guys, we saw that with greater distance. It must be a historic point target. If the target is willing, the link is established automatically. If the target is unwilling, then a resistant roll of the target's ingenuity plus resolve versus the character's ingenuity plus resolve plus 2 needs to be made. All right, so yeah, I presume he's resisting.
I think it's safe to say he's not terribly interested in having someone poke around his mind.
Okay, yeah. But luckily,
you've got to roll better than that or to stop it, but let's not worry about that.
The prince is unconcerned about what it is he thinks he wants. And it is my ingenuity plus resolve plus 2. Right?
Yeah, ingenuity plus resolve plus 2.
Okay. Ingenuity plus resolve is 9, 10, 11. 20.
Good heavens.
All
right, so yeah, you successfully burrow into
No. I hit him like a sledgehammer. I'm like, where exactly do you think you're going, worm?
Oh my god, he responds with so much fear and confusion and
kneel where you are or die.
He happens to look behind him. He sees a Martian with an axe.
He's not going to roll much better than that. To do much better, he's going to have to roll better than that. So yeah.
I won't kill him until he strikes me. So because I'm probably sure the captain reminded me of that rule as we're leaving.
So Thargan, you're chasing after him. Captain, are you chasing after them as well?
Yes.
So Captain and Thargan take off, or they're taking off running. The prince is using his psychic powers. Cora, what are you doing as your crewmates go sprinting across this field?
Oh, I was going to go with, but
that's fine. So you guys are all sprinting after the man.
Get him!
He's started to run, especially seeing you guys sprinting after him. Then he kind of freezes in. It's sort of like all of a sudden there's one of those kind of looking around kind of a thing, trying to figure out where something is coming from.
I'm literally just standing next to the ship. The wind is blowing. My cloaks, the folds of my clothing are blowing gently in the Kansas breeze. And I'm just watching from the ship. No, really, kneel where you are or die.
Through the panic kind of, he's still jumpy and panicky and or whatnot here. You get kind of it's kind of part anger, part kind of lashing out in fear, kind of get out of my head kind of a thing that you kind of get back.
Oh, I like, please, your brain is porous like Swiss cheese.
The cheese is Swiss.
Yeah, it's like stomping on it. Yes, it's like cheese of the Swiss. It is porous like cheese of the Swiss.
Now, the plus side to the prince's mental interventions, it gives the three of you a chance to catch up to him.
Out of respect for the captain, I will switch to the hammer end of the axe, so I won't decapitate him.
So this guy's like having a conversation with himself in the field. You hear this, no, just get out of my head. Leave me alone, kind of a thing, like he's saying out loud.
Prepare yourself.
because he doesn't know how to just say it inside of his head, so it's kind of happening in his head and outside of his head at the same time.
The prince pulls from the folds of his clothing the corn that is pop.
I have a ray pistol with a stun setting in case.
This is quite entertaining. Like, you pathetic, hopeless, poor, backward creature. How have you managed to walk upright your entire life?
Prepare thyself for battle.
Again is yelling. All right, so
you must strike me first.
Meanwhile, I'm working on his.
Morgan demands to be punched. This guy is screaming at no one. So, Captain Cora, what do you two do? Tarkin demands this man punch him. Meanwhile, he's like, "Get out of my head! Who are you?" To apparently the empty field.
I don't know who to stun, the Martians or the president.
Maybe we should sell tickets. This is pretty good.
The Martian is eating popcorn.
Somewhere behind you, the prince is just being the prince.
I'm indolently leaning against the ship. It's like
he's kind of leaning on one of the fins.
It's like, your parents are deeply disturbed and saddened by how much of a failure you are. Here you are, stumbling across dirt in the middle of nowhere, attempting to escape for crimes which you've committed. Poor wretch. You know, you've been better off had you thrown yourself from the top of the ship. That would have been better. Or better yet, release the parachute beforehand. Instead, now you burden everyone with seeing to your timely demise.
Yeah, you're going to give the poor guy a complex.
I'm working on it.
If Tarkin ever reaches him, he will stop within about a foot of the guy.
Hit me, fool! I love it.
I want you to. It's like,
go ahead, I dare.
I need you.
I triple dog dare you.
It's like when the Joker was like walking down Michigan Avenue. Come on and hit me, hit me, hit me.
Yeah, so
because you are Earthling, I will give you the first hit.
Tarkin issues another challenge. This guy is kind of only partially aware that you guys are here, it would seem. He's not rising to Tarkin's challenge.
Yeah, of course. Do the honor.
Look at this pathetic memory. Do your parents know you did this to yourself on such a regular basis?
All right.
All right, so could be coordination and marksman there for shooting him there.
Keen senses or quick reflexes?
Sure, we'll let that. Yeah, get a bunch of that.
19.
He kind of breaks from his 1,000-yard stare / screaming session and kind of becomes kind of aware of like Tarkin standing next to him with an axe just waiting to waylay him. So he's pretty flat-footed when you hit him, but yeah, you get a nice just a perfect, nice, solid hit with your stun pistol, and he crumples.
Take the first. Oh.
Yeah, you're in mid-challenge and you hear the whine of a ray pistol, and you hear him ah! It kind of crumples into the the tall grass essentially.
So we can strike them first.
I can.
Looking between captains, both of you back and forth. But you weren't given the prohibition of not striking someone?
We'll talk about this later. Let's drag his ass back over here, will you?
I gave Cora permission.
Oh. okay. I pick him up, throw him over my shoulder. Where do you want him?
Well, let's just take him back to the
Take him around.
authorities.
More control there.
I'm assuming, Bryce, I can pick him up. But,
he's a human. He's a human teenager. You can pick him up and do whatever you want with him. He's got
teenager. Okay, yeah.
You've got strength 7. Yeah, you could pick him up, and you could fling him across the field if you wanted to at strength 7.
He did not strike me first. I cannot do an aggressive action.
Now, I will say, we will, as you guys round him up. Yeah, you kind of, as things kind of calm down, you notice that he looks like a teenager. Like I said, he looks like he's maybe 16, 17 years old, something like that.
A kid.
We will smash cut back to you, Prince. You were torturing the poor lad. You said you were rifling through his memories. You found one, and you found one to make fun of. But right before you lost the link when he became unconscious, essentially. Well, I think you're still telepathically linked to him and whatnot there. Right before he stopped talking when he went unconscious. I think because his mind is still active, he's not dead. You can still be linked in there, essentially, I suppose. He's just not responding to what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, right before he stopped talking, being in the way of what you were doing there, you did find an incredibly recent memory that seems like it took place on a ship. And you don't know if it was the ship you're standing next to, the Emerald Queen. You've never been inside of it. But the ship is damaged inside. You can clearly see, things were offline, and this kid, you're kind of looking at it, of course, kind of first person, from the kid's point of view there. The hatch comes open, and a couple of men in tactical gear board the ship. There are no insignias or anything on this on the uniforms that would identify them as belonging to any government or anything like that. They come on and kind of establish a security perimeter, kind of secure the area, kind of a maneuver. You've seen that a number of times. Then an older looking man in a suit, actual business suit, comes on the ship dragging what appears to be another much younger person. If you had to estimate, someone probably in their early 20s, human female, and she's got some kind of weird collar device around her neck. And he kind of pushes her onto the ship, points in the direction of you as you were viewing this from this young teenager's perspective. And you've done enough psychic manipulation that you know what it feels like. Now you know what it feels like to be the person being manipulated, as that's what happens here. And then things kind of go fuzzy after that.
Well, that's interesting. I wait for them to return. When the captain and Cora get close enough, this boy was psychically manipulated by someone, a human, male, in a suit. It is in his recent memories.
All right, we'll have to give that to the authorities when we deliver them.
There was also a woman collared with some kind of, was it like a device or something?
Yes.
Who was also forced onto the ship ahead of the man who manipulated him. Curious. Did I get a good enough view of the man to be able to describe him?
Yes. He was very well dressed. Looks like he's in his probably in his let's see something here. Probably in his early 30s. Hair kind of slicked back. Looks like probably in the 6 foot range. Hair starting to gray a little bit, even though he's only in his early 30s.
Okay.
Has a distinctive scar kind of coming down his the side of his face.
Okay. Did he say anything?
He ordered the girl to do what we had discussed, and then the psychic manipulation came from the girl.
Oh, okay. Wait. What I heard, did I hear it? What language did I hear?
You heard it in English.
Was it accented English or English English?
I was accented English.
Accented how?
American,
No, we're gonna what?
Southern or English or
Well, and the thing is, I'm seeing this through his perceptions.
right.
And his perceptions, if he is a native speaker of something other than English, then his interpretation of the accent would be different than maybe mine.
Sure. Yes, he interpreted it as an Italian accent.
Ah, okay. Apparently, the man speaks Italian, which actually I don't know. Does the prince know about the political alignments that have happened?
Oh yeah, that's very well known.
Okay, so then in that case, it is possible that this is someone who is involved in the Nazi research into psychic phenomena.
It could be.
So, do you describe the man that you saw in the
Yes, I described him to him. Suit, youngish, 30s, graying at the temples, scar down one side of his face, about 6 feet tall, very, very well dressed.
Hey, Captain.
Yes.
That description sounds very familiar to you. It's your old friend Belloc.
First he tried to destroy Christmas. Now this bastard.
The one who tried to kill your deity, Santa?
Yes.
Yeah.
I look at Dargan. I'm concerned.
The great warrior god who is drenched in the blood of his enemies, who delivers gifts of war to everyone.
Close, but not.
I just kind of nod. I'm like, oh,
Why do I so want a Martian version of the Christmas Carol now, or something like that?
it would be so good. So good.
Be like in
Not before Christmas on Mars.
When it was the night before Christmas, when all through the house.
And
Everyone was sharpening their axes, even the mouse.
I feel like the Martian version of Santa Claus is the robot Santa from Futurama.
Probably.
ho ho ho.
It shows up to just like completely fuck up your shit.
Oh man. Belloc.
Belloc.
No. Just got not to tell the authorities.
I am concerned about the rather extreme facility that the young woman showed when she was doing whatever she did to him. This was not controlling plants in a jungle. This was very specific psychic ability. It would appear that either she tampered with his memories or possibly even possessed him.
Okay.
Liking this.
How close are we to getting to the authorities?
Oh yeah, and yeah, you guys, they're there, kind of examining the ship, trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah, they're you know, hop, skip, and a jump away there.
Okay. When I get there, I'll explain to them our situation.
So there's like, kind of look at it like, so they psychics?
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be.
I mean, you read about those things, and and you read about that kind of stuff, and you know, in stories and whatnot there, but never think to see it in real life. And so you're saying they put this kid up to ramming this ship into Kansas?
I guess so.
Yep. I think he was probably escaping.
Oh, that puts a whole new spin on this now, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Indeed.
And oh man, and you can tell he's like, his mood has kind of changed. Because now they're you know, trying to investigate, you know, what happened here. Now they're like, oh, this is much worse than we thought.
This shit's got raisins in it.
Well, I guess we are very, very lucky that you guys were in position to help them. And this really, you guys saved a lot of lives today. You know how many more? Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're definitely have to send this one up the food chain. This is more than just an out of control ship now. I'm sure they're going to want to be talking to you once we file our reports and whatnot. You okay with us giving them your contact information?
Yeah, I'll give them our frequency or whatever. They can probably have to pull out my papers. Logical, but yet not society.
Well, yeah, this isn't good. We certainly dodged a bullet here, but I don't know we'll be lucky the next time around. I don't even know what you do about something like that. I mean, can you even defend against psychic attacks or something?
If you know the right people, yes.
And you know the right people. And yes, mark this on the calendar. I did give praise to the prince.
I know, right?
That's how you know it's serious. Oh, that's it. And the town is certainly certainly in your debt over there. You know how close they came. Yeah, I'd be expecting expecting a phone call in the next couple of days. Probably sooner, given the nature of things.
Okay.
Again, thank you very much for what you guys did here.
It's what any American or Martian would do.
Well, so we're gonna need to get us through this.
Okay.
I see. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Well, we got a cargo run to make, so
Should we head back to the ship? Captain,
yes.
I am concerned. The Nazi regime seems to be making considerable headway into their psychic studies.
I always heard the Nazis were into kind of stuff like that.
If they succeed, you will lose. You do understand.
Yes, they do.
If I have to deal with humans on a consistent basis, I'd rather not deal with Martians. Not Nazis.
I don't think any of us want to.
We should do any and all things necessary to stop this. The Nazis will turn this, if they're testing it here, certainly you can imagine, they're testing it back on my homeworld.
They probably are.
He says no more. He just follows the captain back to the ship.
Get back to ship, Cora.
Yes, sir.
Get our cargo dropped off.
All right.
The engines of the Solar Star once again fire up, leaving Kansas in its wake. Doesn't take long to hop over to the eastern seaboard in the rocket ship.
All right.
No further weirdness going on there, but you guys are able to land. MIT's got let's say they got a rocket pad there because they're MIT.
Okay.
Settle in there. Members from the institute there come out to greet you there. Oh, you guys made it.
Yeah, sorry we were delayed. We got sidetracked there.
Well, no problem at all. No problem at all. So happy to have them. Happy to have a shipment from our research teams there. They raided ahead. Told us what you did. That was pretty impressive.
Well, thank you. I wish I could do more, but he's obviously distracted.
Well, yes. I mean, but still, I think he certainly went above and beyond there. Here, there, trying to figure out what was how the Nazis were doing what they were doing out there. But so it's going to be all classified before too long. Anyway, we'll take your cargo off your hands for you there.
Alrighty.
So yeah, people.
To help out. I ordered Tags and Binks to help out.
And they am all too happy to get away from their septic tank duties. Yeah. Got some guys in them kind of workman jumpsuits there that start offloading, and they make short work of it.
Okay.
Well, Captain, we thank you kindly.
Alrighty. See the prince.
Well, Captain goes to find the prince.
Yeah, first time for everything.
Oh my!
Not to do something.
All right. The prince is actually appreciating the strange view that is the eastern seaboard. He's staring out across the water. He looks vaguely uncomfortable.
Yeah, you have towering spires. You've got rocket ships, buzzing around in the pattern. You've got rocket cars. You've got actual cars.
Looking at the water.
Oh, the water, yeah. You definitely don't see that kind of water, aside from some of the functioning canals, but just looking out at the Atlantic Ocean just going on.
Yeah. Captain.
Prince.
You have quite a lot of water here.
Yeah, most of our planet is made of water.
Disturbing.
I've seen it several times. I find it odd. Appropriate, but odd. Every time. I would have thought I'd simply become accustomed.
I think Tharkin is kind of whitish. A little pale.
Don't like the water, Tharkin?
What?
Tharkin.
What?
Turn the other way.
I'm trying, sir. I have been. Can't look away from it.
I just turn him around. I
think he turns. Just
Yes, stare at the city for a while. Did you require my assistance, Captain?
Thinking about what you told me before.
Proper war? Yes, I concur. Proper war. Annihilation is appropriate in some instances. Wait, that is what you were referring to, wasn't it?
Yes.
Interesting.
I just want to get your thoughts on it. What you thought had to be done.
Well, let's see. You will probably want to try to do a psychic sweep. That's what I would start with. Each planet, each of the major planets. Venus might be troublesome. You might want to approach that one with caution. However, and Mars, there are other practitioners who are as capable as I, or more so. But especially the human settlements and the planetary wilderness areas. And once you've established that there is some unexpected activity occurring, particularly anything associated with Nazis, of course, and then proceed accordingly with precise military strikes designed to annihilate the enemy. I would do meteor strikes, but some might say that that is a bit messy, and it does not allow for the acquisition of technology that they are currently developing. So I imagine you would have to apply some martial force in order to neutralize them. That's where I would start. That, and I don't know that all of your intelligence communities are effectively aware of the threat. I do not have the means by which to address that. That would probably only be through you. That would probably be the first thing to start with. Let them know.
Well,
they did something. That woman who was approached through your paper, the ads, the advertisements for workers, the advertisements for labor of some kind. Yeah, yes. That it is a very effective means for getting unsuspecting lab subjects, which is what they're using them for. So it might be prudent to make some kind of observation of what's going on with your printed news classified want ads.
Yeah. It's all above my pay grade.
Let's
see something here. But since I'm one, and I have friends, Bryce.
Yeah.
Could I know somebody?
You do it with somebody?
I have minor traits in wealthy and friends.
Yeah.
Could I know somebody that I could take the prince to, because I think someone in the government has to say what he has to hear what the prince has to say.
I can scan.
Oh yeah, yeah. You've got. Yeah. Let's see.
I think it's national.
Yeah, with wealthy and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have. I mean, elected officials love wealthy people, especially around the election time. So yeah, I'm gonna say that if you want to have someone in a position of power in government there, and wealthy thing like that, say there's someone in the you could I would go as far as either depending on what you want to have there. You could have member of the House of Representatives. I could see a senator.
Okay. I'm gonna contact my senator friend.
Contact my local representative.
Yep.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I don't see how anything could go wrong. Let's see.
Okay, so Bryce, I'm looking at telepathy and the ranges involved.
Yeah.
And I can do up to nationwide.
Yeah, with your resolve, I believe that's the range you've got there.
I would have to imagine that this sort of thing would take time, though.
Yes. Yeah, to do some kind of a scan there. Yes.
So I think that yeah, if I mean, and I tell the captain, I can scan this place. Apparently, New York. We're in New York now, right?
Actually, you're
New Jersey.
at MIT.
Okay, we're in Boston. Yeah, that's pretty close. All right, then. Would you like me to attempt a scan? If I do so, however, understand it will take an hour or two. If I were on Mars, this would be faster. One, there's fewer people. Two, the minds are Martian, so it's easier. But I speak human language. Well, maybe common human language anyway.
I'm going to contact someone. You go ahead and do what you feel you need to do.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna make your preparations for that. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get centered. So, question for you there, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
What state are you from here in the good old U.S. of A?
Iowa.
Iowa.
Always influential.
Yep.
Some would say outsized influence, but whatever.
All right. Well, being from Iowa and being wealthy, let's see. I like this guy's name better. Yeah, the Honorable Senator Guy Gillette. A real name that I did not make up. He's actually a U.S. Senator from Iowa that served from 36 through 45. That out of the way here. So yeah, being friends, whatnot, you don't necessarily have to go through his office there and whatnot. Kind of have the special I am a wealthy donor kind of a line there.
Mm-hmm.
So here's voice like This is some Senator Gillette.
What was his first name again?
Guy.
Hey, Guy. It's Clive.
Clive, long time no see. How you been doing?
Pretty well.
Oh, that's good. Keeping busy.
Yeah.
Last I heard, you got that ship. What you call it? The Solar Star.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's good to it's good to hear from you. What can I do for you? You in the area? You want to?
I have someone I would like you to meet.
All right. Who am I? Who am I meeting?
He is a prince from Mars. He has been traveling with my ship.
Oh my!
We've had a couple of run-ins with Nazis.
You're kind of a tired side, like, yeah, getting some intel briefings. I didn't know you were having run-ins with them or anything like that, but yeah, we're becoming very concerned with them. So they keep taking territory on Mars, and they're getting kind of just generally being belligerent.
Yeah.
Is this an official? So now, is this an official diplomatic visit, or what are you arranging here, Clive?
He is exiled, so this might not be official.
That's fine. Just there are protocols for official diplomatic visits, but if it's not something like that, we can keep it keep it among friends there.
Yeah. Couple disturbing run-ins with Balosh.
Oh. That guy. I thought we had him locked up.
Yeah, I thought so too. He might be involved with the Nazis as well.
Well, that's the last thing we need. The Nazis have been scrounging all over the system for artifacts and technology and whatnot. Last thing we need is someone with his skills on their side.
Yeah.
Well, and we're and sounds like you know what we're up against with the Nazis there. We're always looking for friends, and any friend of yours is someone that I'm more than happy to meet.
Right.
And you need to and you want to come here to DC? Do I need to come to you somewhere? How's this going to work?
Well, I'm in Boston right now, finishing up some business. Why don't we meet in New York?
Absolutely. I will do my schedule and head that way.
All right.
See you in New York.
All right.
And I think on that note, given the time, this is a good place to pause it. We start off next time. Prince will do his scan, and we will have a big meeting in New York City.
All right.
Cool. I wonder, does my speaker staff actually